My beloved child, I see you. I have always seen you. From the moment your first breath entered your lungs until this very second as you sit and listen, I have never once taken my eyes off you. You may sometimes feel alone, sometimes feel forgotten, sometimes wonder why life has been so heavy, so tiring, so difficult. But I tell you this with a love that cannot be measured. You have never been unseen, and you have never been unloved. Every tear that has touched your cheek has also touched my heart. Every sigh of your soul has been heard in the depths of eternity. I know you are tired. I know you wonder why you are still struggling. And I want to draw close to you now and whisper the truth. Your struggles are not signs of my absence. They are moments in which I am closest to you, carrying you, shaping you, calling you gently back to myself. You see, my child, I did not create you to live in constant fear, constant confusion, constant pain. I made you to live in light, to walk in peace, to rest in the assurance of my presence. But the world is heavy with shadows. The world has placed burdens on your shoulders that you were never meant to carry alone. The world has filled your mind with voices that drown out the still, small voice of my spirit. And yet, here you are, listening now, and I am speaking directly to you. This is no accident. I have called you to this moment because I want you to know why you are still struggling, not to condemn you, but to heal you, not to weigh you down, but to lift you up, not to shame you, but to remind you that you are mine, and I will never let you go. My child, you struggle because you are still human. You struggle because you are still on a journey. You struggle because your soul longs for me, even when you try to fill that longing with things that cannot satisfy. You have looked for peace in people, but people are fragile and cannot give you what only I can. You have looked for strength in yourself, but your strength was never meant to carry the whole world. You have looked for answers in the noise around you, but the world only confuses, never heals. That is why you feel so restless. That is why you sometimes lie awake at night, replaying the memories, the regrets, the mistakes, the questions. And that is why you have come to this place, listening now because your heart knows that only I can speak the words that give life. Listen carefully, my beloved. I am not angry with you. I am not disappointed in you. You may think that because you stumble, because you fall, because you doubt, that I am far away. But I tell you the truth, your weakness draws me nearer. Your tears invite my presence. Your struggles do not push me away. They pull me closer. I am the God who leaves the 99 to find the one who has wandered. I am the Father who runs down the road to embrace the prodigal son. I am the shepherd who carries the lamb on his shoulders when it cannot walk any more. And you, my child, are that lamb. I know you are weary. I know you feel small, but you are precious to me beyond words. If you only knew how I look at you, if you only knew how my heart burns with love for you, your struggles would no longer feel like chains, but like a path that is leading you straight into my arms. Do not think for a moment that I have forgotten the prayers you prayed long ago. Do not think I have ignored the cries of your heart. I keep every prayer. I store every tear. Nothing you have ever whispered in the quiet of the night has been lost. You struggle because you live in a world that resists me, a world that pulls your heart away from me, a world that tells you lies about who you are. But I am here to remind you of the truth. You are not your failures. You are not your fears. You are not the weight of your past. You are not the mistakes you regret. You are mine. I have carved your name into the palms of my hands. And though the world may wound you, though your own thoughts may trouble you, though your body may grow weak with age, my love for you will not change. My love for you is stronger than death, brighter than the darkest night, more certain than the rising of the sun. So why are you still struggling? Because the struggle is part of the story. Because without the struggle you would not learn to lean on me. Because without the struggle you might forget that you need me. Because in your weakness my strength is revealed. You may not see it now, but every moment you have endured has shaped you into someone more tender, more compassionate, more aware of what truly matters. You are not the same person you were 10 years ago or 20 years ago. You have grown. You have softened in some ways, and you have become stronger in others. And even now, I am not finished with you. You may think your best years are behind you, but I tell you, your story is not over. As long as you have breath, I have a purpose for you. As long as your heart beats, I have work to do in you and through you. And even when your earthly journey comes to an end, your life will only truly begin in me. My beloved, let this truth sink deeply into your soul. Your struggles are not wasted. I use them all, every disappointment, every heartbreak, every unanswered question. I weave them into a story far greater than you can see right now. You may think you are lost in the wilderness, but I am leading you to the promised land. You may think you are sinking in the storm, but I am walking on the waves to reach you. You may think you are forgotten, but I am closer than your own breath. The reason you are still struggling is not because I have abandoned you, but because I am holding you, shaping you, drawing you closer, teaching you to trust me more deeply than you ever have before. Your struggle is not punishment, it is preparation. Preparation for the peace I want to give you. Preparation for the joy that awaits you. Preparation for the eternal home where every tear will be wiped away and every burden will be lifted forever. So take heart, my child. Do not be afraid of your struggle. Do not despise your weakness. Do not give up when the road feels long, for I am with you always. I will never leave you nor forsake you. And I promise you this, there will come a day when your struggles will end, when your sighs will turn into songs, when your pain will be swallowed up in my presence. Until that day, lean on me, trust in me, walk with me, and know, beyond all doubt, that you are loved with a love that will never fail. My child, as you sit quietly and let these words sink into your heart, I want you to reflect on your journey, on the years that have passed, and on all that has shaped you into who you are today. Think of the moments of joy you have experienced, the laughter shared with loved ones, the warmth of a sunrise, the comfort of a familiar voice. Think also of the tears you have shed, the nights you spent awake, the days when your body felt weak and your spirit felt heavy. Both the joys and the sorrows have made you who you are. Both the celebrations and the struggles have woven together into the story of your life, and I, your God, have been present in each one of them. There were days when you thought you could not carry on, yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still listening. That is no accident. I carried you through valleys you did not think you would survive. I gave you strength when your own strength was gone. I surrounded you with unseen angels when you felt the shadows closing in. And even now, I am here, holding you close. You may not always understand why certain things happened, why certain doors closed, why people you loved had to leave you, or why prayers seemed unanswered. But I tell you the truth, nothing in your life has been wasted. Every moment has been held in my hands, every event has been allowed for a reason, even when you could not see it. One day, when all things are revealed, you will see the beauty I was weaving, even through the broken threads. I know there are wounds you carry that still ache when you think of them, words that were spoken to you long ago, perhaps in anger, perhaps carelessly, but they cut deeply and left scars on your heart. I know the regrets you carry, the choices you wish you could change, the opportunities you wish you had taken, the mistakes you wish you had avoided. I see the faces of those you miss, the loved ones who are no longer by your side. I hear the silence that sometimes fills your room and makes you feel alone. But listen to me, you are never truly alone. I am with you. I sit beside you when you are lonely. I walk with you when you feel forgotten. I whisper to your heart when the world is too loud. And I remind you, gently and tenderly, that you are still loved, still chosen, still mine. Reflect, my child, on the times when you felt my presence most clearly. Perhaps it was during a quiet prayer when you felt peace wash over you. Perhaps it was during a storm in your life when you cried out in desperation, and somehow strength came that you did not know you had. Perhaps it was in the kindness of a stranger, the the smile of a child, or the embrace of a friend. Those were not accidents. Those were my reminders to you that I am here, that I hear you, that I see you. And even in the moments when you felt nothing, when the heavens seemed silent, I was closer than your own heartbeat. Just as the roots of a tree grow deepest in the dark soil, so too have your struggles allowed your soul to sink deeper into me. But I know, my beloved, that reflection is not always easy. Sometimes when you look back, you feel more pain than gratitude. Sometimes you remember failures more than victories. Sometimes you remember how others hurt you, and the wounds feel fresh again. That is why I call you now to release those burdens into my hands. You were not meant to carry them forever. Forgive where you have held on to bitterness. Release where you have clung to regret. Let go of the weight that keeps your spirit bowed down. When you hold on to the past, it keeps you from walking freely into the future I have for you. You may think that forgiveness is too difficult, that letting go is impossible, but my Spirit will give you the strength you need. Just as I have forgiven you freely, I call you to release others into my mercy, and when you do, your heart will breathe again, and your soul will find peace. My child, life is a journey, and every season has its purpose. When you were young, you had energy and dreams, you looked ahead with excitement. In middle years you worked, you sacrificed, you gave of yourself for your family, your community, your responsibilities. And now, in these later years, I invite you into a season of reflection and wisdom. This is not a time of emptiness, this is a time of depth. You are not forgotten, you are treasured, your voice still matters. Your prayers are still powerful, your presence still carries my light. Do not believe the lie that your life is fading into nothing. No, my beloved, you are ripening like fruit that grows sweeter with time. Your soul is preparing for eternity, and everything you have walked through has been shaping you for this moment. Reflect also on the gifts I have placed in your life. The breath in your lungs, the beating of your heart, the ability to open your eyes each morning and see the light of a new day, these are gifts from me. The people who have loved you, the moments of laughter, the food on your table, the roof over your head, all gifts from me. And even the struggles, though painful, have been gifts too, because they have drawn you closer to me, taught you compassion, taught you patience, taught you humility. Nothing in your life has been random. All has been under my care. Now, I want you to reflect not only on the past, but also on the present. How often do you pause to notice my presence around you? When you see the sunrise, do you remember it is my hand that paints the sky? When you hear the birds sing, do you remember it is my joy echoing through creation? When you feel the warmth of another's hand, do you remember that my love is flowing through them? So often, my child, you rush through your days, weighed down by worries, distracted by noise, and you miss the little signs of my love. But if you slow down, if you breathe, if you quiet your heart, you will begin to notice that I am everywhere. I am in the stillness, I am in the beauty, I am in the smile, I am in the silence, I am here always. So let your reflection not be only on your struggles, but also on my faithfulness. Remember how many times I have carried you. Remember the prayers I have answered. Remember the storms I have calmed. Remember the ways I have provided when you thought there was no way. And as you reflect, let gratitude rise in your heart. Gratitude is the key that unlocks peace. Gratitude is the song that lifts the soul. Gratitude reminds you that even in the hardest seasons I have been good, I have been faithful, I have been with you. My beloved, I ask you to look at your life not with the eyes of regret, but with the eyes of love. See yourself as I see you, a child who has been through much, but who has never been forsaken. A child who has stumbled, but who has always been lifted up again. A child who has known loss, but who has also known love. A child who is still here, still listening, still learning, still loved. And in this reflection, let your heart be comforted, for you are not defined by your struggles, You are defined by my love, and my love has no end. My precious child, now that you have looked back and reflected on your journey, I want you to lift your eyes forward, for I have words of encouragement for you. I know that at times you feel weary, as if the weight of life is pressing down on you. I know that sometimes you look at the days ahead and wonder if they will be brighter, or if the struggles will simply continue. But I am here to remind you, do not lose heart. Do not let your spirit grow faint. For I, your God, am still with you, and I will carry you through whatever lies ahead. You are not walking into an unknown future alone. You are walking into it with me, hand in hand, step by step. Take courage, my child. The struggles you face are not the end of your story. They are chapters in a book that I am still writing, and the final chapter will not be sorrow, but joy. The final word will not be defeat, but victory. You may not see how the path unfolds, but I see it clearly, and I am guiding you with a love that never fails. Remember, you do not need to have all the answers. You do not need to understand every detail. You only need to trust that I am leading you, and that my plans for you are for good and not for harm, to give you a future and a hope. My beloved, I know the weariness that comes with age. I see the aches in your body, the slower pace, the times when you wish you could do more, but your strength does not allow it. And I say to you gently, do not despise this season of your life. You are not less valuable because you cannot move as quickly as before. You are not less loved because you feel weaker. In fact, you are even more precious to me now, because your heart has been softened by the years, your soul has been refined in the fire, and your wisdom shines like a lamp in the darkness. Do not underestimate the power of your prayers. Do not underestimate the light of your example. Do not underestimate the quiet strength of your faith. You are still needed. You are still chosen. You are still mine. When discouragement whispers to you and tells you that you are forgotten, silence that voice with my truth. I will never leave you nor forsake you. When fear creeps in and tells you that you are too weak, silence that fear with my promise. My strength is made perfect in weakness. When sorrow tries to overwhelm you, silence it with my assurance. Those who sow in tears will reap with joy. You do not walk alone. I go before you. I walk beside you. I surround you on every side. Even when you pass through the waters, they will not overwhelm you. Even when you walk through the fire, you will not be burned, for I am with you, and my presence is your refuge. My child, I want you to know that I delight in you. Yes, even now. You may look at yourself and see flaws, mistakes, or shortcomings, but I look at you and see my beloved creation, the one I formed in love, the one I have carried every day of your life. When you rise in the morning, I am there. When you lie down at night, I am there. When you laugh, I laugh with you. When you cry, I weep with you. And when you pray, I lean in to listen, because your voice is precious to me. Do not think for a moment that you are unseen. The heavens rejoice over you, my beloved child. You are more valuable than you can comprehend. I know you have questions. I know you wonder about the future, about what lies ahead beyond this life. And I want to reassure you, you have nothing to fear. For I have prepared a place for you, a home where there is no more sorrow, no more pain, no more struggle. A place where every tear will be wiped away, where every burden will be lifted, where every longing of your heart will be fulfilled in my presence. Until that day comes, I want you to live with hope, not despair. I want you to wake each morning with the knowledge that this day is a gift, and that I will give you what you need for it. I will give you strength for today, and I will give you hope for tomorrow. Take courage, my child, because you are not defined by what you cannot do. You are defined by who you are in me, and who you are is beloved, redeemed, chosen, and cherished. You are not a burden. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. You are a vessel of my light, shining even in the quiet places, shining even when you do not realize it. The kindness you show, the prayers you whisper, the love you share, these are seeds of eternity, and they matter more than you know. I encourage you now to rest in me, rest not only in body but in spirit. You have carried many worries on your shoulders, but I ask you to release them into my hands. You cannot fix every problem. You cannot carry every burden. But you do not need to. That is my work. Your work is to trust me, to lean on me, to let me be your strength. Remember the words I spoke long ago. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. My child, rest in that promise. You do not need to strive endlessly. You do not need to prove yourself. You are already mine. You are already loved. Let your heart be encouraged also by the truth that I am always doing something new. Even now, in this season of your life, I am planting seeds you cannot yet see. Perhaps you think your influence is small, but I tell you, the smallest prayer can move mountains in the unseen. The quietest act of love can ripple through eternity. You may not see the fruit of all you have sown in your lifetime, but I promise you, none of it is wasted. Your faith, your perseverance, your love, they live on, and they bear fruit in ways beyond what you can imagine. So be at peace, my child, be encouraged. You are not walking through life as a victim of circumstance. You are walking through life as a beloved child of the King. Lift your head. Let hope rise in your heart, for I am with you, and I will never abandon you. The days ahead may not always be easy, but they will never be without me, and that is enough. For with me, even the darkest night holds a star. With me, even the heaviest burden becomes light. With me, even the longest journey has purpose, and with me, your story will always end in glory. My beloved child, now that I have lifted your heart with encouragement, I must also speak to you with the loving firmness of a father who desires only what is best for his children. For though I comfort you, I cannot leave you blind to the dangers that still surround you. I warn you not because I am angry, but because I love you too much to see you stumble into harm. Just as a parent warns a child not to touch the fire, not to wander into the road, not to drink what is poisonous, so too I warn you now, for there are things in this world that can wound your soul, steal your peace, and keep you bound in struggle far longer than I intend. My child, one of the reasons you still struggle is that you often listen more to the voices of the world than to my voice. The world tells you to worry, to fear, to chase after things that do not last. The world whispers lies that you are not enough, that you are forgotten, that you are defined by what you own or what you can do. These voices are loud, and they surround you daily. But if you keep feeding your heart with them, they will rob you of the joy I long to give you. That is why I call you to turn your ears toward me. Quiet the noise, step away from the endless distractions. Be still and know that I am God, for only in my presence will you find the truth that sets you free. Another reason you struggle, my beloved, is because you sometimes hold on to things I am asking you to release. You carry old bitterness, old regrets, old fears as if they were treasures, but they are chains. I see how the past still grips you. I see how certain memories still trouble your heart. I see how you sometimes replay the same painful moments again and again, as though by replaying them you could change them. But my child, the past cannot be changed, it can only be surrendered. And when you surrender it to me, I redeem it. I take even the most broken pieces of your story and weave them into something beautiful. But you must let them go. If you keep clinging to anger, to sorrow, to guilt, you will only remain weary. So I say to you lovingly, release them into my hands. Let forgiveness heal you. Let mercy free you. Let my love cover what you cannot erase. I must also warn you, my child, about fear. Fear has been one of the greatest thieves of your peace. How many nights have you lain awake, imagining all the things that might go wrong? How many days have you felt paralyzed, unable to enjoy the blessings before you because your heart was consumed with what-ifs? Fear does not come from me. Fear is a shadow that tries to blind you to the light of my presence. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. When fear rises, do not feed it. Speak my promises over it. Remind yourself that I am your refuge, your shield, your strong tower. Fear will always knock at your door, but you do not have to invite it in. Trust in me, and fear will lose its grip on your heart. My beloved, I also want to guide you about how you spend the days I have given you. Each day is a gift, and yet how easily it can be wasted on worry, on bitterness, on endless distractions. You sometimes think you have little to offer in this season of your life, but I say to you, your days still matter. Your prayers matter, your words matter, your presence matters. Do not waste the time I have given you by dwelling only on what is lost or on what you cannot change. Instead, lift your eyes to the opportunities still before you. Speak words of love to those around you. Pray for those who are lost. Share wisdom with the younger generations. Be light in your home, in your family, in your community. The world needs your voice, your testimony, your faith. Do not let the lie of uselessness steal from you the joy of living with purpose. And hear me clearly, my child, do not allow sin to take root in your heart. Even small compromises can grow into chains that bind you. Guard your thoughts, guard your tongue, guard your heart. When anger tempts you to lash out, choose gentleness. When bitterness tempts you to close off, choose forgiveness. When despair tempts you to give up, choose faith. I know you are not perfect. I do not ask for perfection. I ask for surrender. I ask that you bring your weaknesses to me daily and let my grace cover them. For my grace is sufficient for you, and my mercy is new every morning. But do not play with the shadows. Do not let your soul grow cold. Stay close to me, and the darkness will not overcome you. I also warn you, my beloved, not to grow lukewarm. Do not let your faith become routine, something you speak of with your lips, but do not carry in your heart. I desire your love, your devotion, your trust. I want you to walk with me, not just know about me. I want you to talk with me, not just talk about me. I want you to love me with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, and all your strength. For when you drift from me, when you let your faith grow cold, the struggles of life feel heavier, the burdens feel greater, and the hope in your heart begins to fade. Stay near to me, my child. Keep your heart soft. Keep your prayers alive. Keep your faith burning. For in that closeness, you will find the peace you have always longed for. Now let me guide you in what truly matters. Love, above all else, love. Love me with your whole being. Love others as yourself. Let love guide your words, your actions, your thoughts. Let love be the measure of your days. For when you live in love, you are living in me, because I am love. Do not let petty arguments steal your peace. Do not let unforgiveness harden your heart. Do not let pride keep you from reconciliation. Love freely, forgive quickly, bless even those who hurt you. In doing so, you will find freedom, and you will shine my light into the world. And lastly, my child, remember this warning. The days of this life are short. You may think you still have much time, or you may feel that time is slipping quickly away. Either way, eternity is near. Do not waste your days on things that do not last. Do not cling to treasures that rust and fade. Do not chase after things that cannot satisfy your soul. Fix your eyes on what is eternal. Fix your heart on me. For when you live with eternity in mind, your struggles lose their power, and your heart finds peace in the knowledge that this world is not your final home. My beloved, let these warnings and this guidance sink deeply into your heart. They are not meant to burden you but to free you. They are not meant to frighten you but to protect you. They are not meant to shame you but to lead you into life. I speak them with love because I want you to walk in light, in peace, in freedom. I want you to live not as one who is lost in struggle, but as one who is held by my hand. And if you listen to my words and keep them close, your struggles will no longer define you, but instead, they will become stepping stones that lead you closer to me. My beloved child, you have listened to my words of comfort, reflection, encouragement, and guidance. And now I want to draw everything together so that your heart rests in peace and your spirit is lifted with hope. I want you to remember above all else that you are loved deeply, eternally, unconditionally loved. Nothing you have done, nothing you have failed to do, nothing that has been done against you can erase that truth. From the beginning of your days until this very moment, my love has been the constant thread, the steady anchor, the light that has never gone out. And when your earthly journey comes to its close, that same love will carry you into eternity, where joy has no end. You wonder why you are still struggling, and I have told you. Your struggles are not signs of my absence, but opportunities to lean more fully into my presence. Your struggles have not been wasted. They have been shaping you, preparing you, deepening you. They have taught you compassion for others who suffer. They have taught you patience in waiting. They have taught you to let go of what does not matter and to cling to what truly does. And most importantly, they have kept your heart reaching for me. Do not despise your struggles, my child, for they are the very places where my grace shines brightest. When you are weak, I am strong. When you are broken, I am near. When you are lost, I come searching for you. You are never outside the reach of my love. I want you to hold on to hope. Do not let despair steal your joy. Do not let the weight of unanswered questions crush your spirit. Do not let fear of the future rob you of peace. Hope is the anchor I have given you, and that hope is not empty. It is built on the promise of my word, which never fails. You may not see all that I am doing now, but one day you will see clearly. One day every why will be answered. One day every tear will make sense. One day you will look back and realize that I was guiding you all along, even in the moments you thought I was silent. Until that day, cling to hope. Let it be the song that carries you through the night. I also want you to remember, my child, that your life still matters. You may feel that much of your time has passed, that the days behind you are more than the days ahead. But as long as you have breath, you have purpose. As long as your heart beats, you are part of my plan. Never think you are too old, too tired, too broken to make a difference. Some of the greatest work I do through my children happens in the hidden places, in quiet prayers, in gentle words, in simple acts of kindness. Every smile you give, every prayer you whisper, every hand you hold, every word of encouragement you speak ripples into eternity. You may not see the impact now, but in heaven you will see the fruit of all you have sown. So rise each morning with gratitude. Thank me for the gift of another day. Open your heart to notice the little blessings all around you, the warmth of the sun, the song of the birds, the laughter of a child, the kindness of a neighbor. Do not let worry blind you to these treasures. The more you practice gratitude, the lighter your heart will feel, and the more you will notice my presence woven through your day. Gratitude is not just a polite response. It is a doorway to joy. And I long for your joy to be full. My beloved, as you walk forward, keep your eyes fixed on what truly matters. Love, above all, love me with all that you are, and love those I have placed in your life. Do not waste your days on bitterness or unforgiveness. Do not waste your energy on arguments that do not matter. Life is too short, and eternity too near, to cling to anger or pride. Instead, forgive freely, bless generously, love deeply. For when you live in love, you reflect me most clearly, and love will outlast everything else. Love is the only thing you carry with you from this life into eternity. I know you still have questions, still have burdens, still have nights when tears fall and days when your heart feels heavy. And I do not minimize those pains. I do not dismiss your struggles. I sit with you in them. I hold you through them. I whisper peace into your spirit even in the midst of them. And I remind you, this world is not your home. The pain you feel is temporary. The struggles you face are temporary. The loneliness you carry is temporary. There is a home prepared for you where sorrow will be no more. There is a feast waiting for you, where you will be surrounded by joy and embraced by love forever. Let that promise comfort you when the road feels long. Let that promise remind you that every step brings you closer to the place I have prepared for you. And now, my child, I want you to breathe deeply and rest in me. Lay down your worries, your fears, your regrets, your questions. Place them gently in my hands. Trust that I will carry what you cannot. Trust that I will make a way where you see none. Trust that I am working even now in ways beyond your understanding. You do not need to have all the answers. You only need to hold on to me. And as you do, you will find that even in struggle there is peace. Even in sorrow there is joy. Even in weakness there is strength. For I am your God, and I am with you always. My beloved, never forget, you are mine. I have chosen you. I have redeemed you. I have called you by name. Nothing can separate you from my love, not death, not life, not angels, not demons, not the present, not the future, not powers, not height, not depth, not anything else in all creation. You are secure in my hands, and in my hands you will always be safe. So let these words rest in your heart. You may still be struggling, but you are not defeated. You may still be waiting, but you are not forgotten. You may still be weak, but you are not abandoned. You are my child, and I am your father, and my love for you endures forever. Now, my beloved, take these words with you into your day. Let them strengthen you, guide you, comfort you. And when tomorrow comes, return again, for I will have more to say to you, more to remind you of, more to pour into your spirit. For my word is living and active, and my love is endless. Come back, listen again, and let me continue to speak life into your heart. Until then, walk in peace, walk in love, walk in the assurance that you are never alone,